Trump just detonated a political bomb inside his own party. He unveiled what he calls the immigration gold card, a fast-track visa that wealthy applicants can literally buy with a fat check. And the fallout? Republicans are in open revolt. Yeah, you heard that right. Immigration, the one issue Republicans thought they had locked down, is now the grenade blowing up in their hands. Think about it. For years, Trump rallied his base on hardline promises, walls, deportations, zero tolerance. But now, just yesterday, September 19th, he flips the script and says, if you've got the money, you've got a pass. This isn't just a tweak. It's a betrayal in neon lights, and it's sparking the fiercest Republican civil war in decades. But trust me, the real explosion isn't at the border. It's inside the GOP itself. Let's break this down. The Gold Card, officially pitched as a premium visa program, allows select foreigners to cut the line on U.S. residency by paying a hefty fee. Trump framed it as a pro-business, pro-growth solution. But here's the kicker. This announcement blindsided even his closest Republican allies. Reports confirm that several GOP leaders, including Senate Whip John Thune and House Speaker Mike Johnson, were not briefed. They learned about it when the CNN Politics alert hit their phones. Imagine that. Your own president dropping a policy nuke, and you're the last to know. Now let's rewind. In 2024, Trump's comeback campaign was built on promises of stricter immigration. He vowed no amnesty, no loopholes, no mercy. That message carried him through rallies, debates, and ultimately back into the White House. The tough on immigration card was his brand. And that's why this gold card lands like a betrayal. The conservative grassroots who cheered "Build the Wall" now hear "Buy the Wall" pass. It's not just optics. It's ideology colliding with Trump's transactional instincts. He sees immigration as a business deal. His base sees it as a fight for the nation's soul. That's gasoline meeting fire. Within hours of the announcement, Republican hardliners erupted. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene posted, "Selling citizenship is not America first. This is a sellout." Matt Gaetz called it amnesty for the rich, and the Freedom Caucus scheduled an emergency meeting. On conservative talk radio, hosts went ballistic. One caller in Texas shouted, "We voted for a wall, not a golden ticket for billionaires." Another compared it to a pay-to-play scam straight out of Washington's swamp politics. Meanwhile, moderates scrambled to defend Trump. Senator Graham argued it was a pro-investment strategy, likening it to Canada's investor visa programs. But that spin barely landed before Fox News Primetime blasted it as a betrayal. And then came the media frenzy. CNN called it Trump's immigration flip-flop. The Washington Post wrote, "From wall builder to wall seller." Even the Wall Street Journal headlined, "Trump bets immigration can be monetized." The emotions ran raw. Outrage, betrayal, fury. Conservative influencers warned this is the beginning of the end for Trump's hold on the GOP base. But let's not pretend Democrats sat quietly. They smelled blood. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer pounced, calling it proof that Trump never cared about immigration, only about money. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez went further. If Republicans impeached Biden over border policy, why not Trump for selling visas? And here's the deeper escalation. Donors started whispering. Some mega-funders who bankrolled Trump's re-election felt burned. They invested in a hardline platform. Instead, they got a marketplace visa scheme. This wasn't just political theater. The fury was real. By evening, insiders reported the RNC was holding emergency calls to calm down state leaders. Governors in red states worried about the backlash trickling into their own re-elections. Think about that. One announcement, and suddenly the Republican law and order anti-amnesty brand is cracking in real time.
Now let's talk fallout. The immediate consequence was chaos inside the GOP. Lawmakers flooded the airwaves, blasting Trump or cautiously distancing themselves. Some even used the word betrayal, a term rarely aimed at a Republican president by his own party. Behind closed doors, strategy sessions turned tense. The Freedom Caucus demanded clarity. Would Trump roll this back? Was this a trial balloon, or was he dead serious? The answer wasn't clear. And that ambiguity is toxic, because while Republicans argue, Democrats are smiling. They see a wedge issue that could energize their base, peel off moderates, and paint Trump as inconsistent. In their eyes, he's no longer the anti-immigration crusader. He's the guy selling access. Legal chatter also began buzzing. Could the gold card survive constitutional scrutiny? Some lawyers argue it effectively creates a two-tiered immigration system, one for the wealthy, one for everyone else. Lawsuits are almost guaranteed. And here's the kicker. This isn't just theory. Reports confirm DHS officials are already drafting the framework. This program isn't a speech line, it's moving forward. So let's put this in perspective. If Democrats impeached Trump twice for far less, why wouldn't they seize on this? Imagine the hearings. President Trump sold immigration access to the highest bidder. The optics alone would be devastating. Public backlash is already brewing. Conservative grassroots forums exploded overnight. Comments read, "We voted for America first, not America for sale." Others warned they'd sit out 2026 midterms if Trump doesn't walk this back. And that's where the consequences hit hardest. If Trump's base fractures, even a small percentage, it could hand Democrats a midterm landslide. For a party that relies on unity around immigration, this is catastrophic. But here's the cliffhanger. Everyone's asking the wrong question. It's not, will the gold card pass? It's not even, will Republicans stop it? The real question is far darker. What happens if Trump's own base finally turns on him? Because the truth is, the real storm wasn't at that press conference. It's brewing inside the Republican Party itself. And if it breaks, it could reshape American politics for a generation.
So let's go deeper. Because this isn't just about one flashy policy announcement. This is about the identity of the Republican Party itself. For decades, immigration has been the glue. Reagan's amnesty in 1986, it sparked outrage but never fully shattered the party. George W. Bush tried comprehensive reform in the mid-2000s, and conservatives revolted, but the party limped forward. Trump, however, was different. He didn't hedge. He promised zero tolerance. That was his brand. And now he's rewriting his own playbook in real time. What we're watching isn't just a debate over visas. It's a struggle over who defines conservatism in 2025. Is it ideological purity? No amnesty, no deals, no exceptions? Or is it Trump's transactional deal-making pragmatism? Everything has a price, even immigration. Here's the kicker. Republicans aren't used to turning their fire inward. They rally against Democrats, against the swamp, against foreign threats. But now, the battlefield is inside their own ranks. Trump's base feels betrayed, but Trump himself believes this is political survival. He sees immigration not as a sacred principle, but as a lever he can pull for money, headlines, and short-term advantage. And that difference, ideology versus transaction, could fracture the party beyond repair. Let's not forget history. Richard Nixon's resignation split Republicans for a decade.
Joseph McCarthy's witch hunts divided conservatives in the 1950s. Even Bill Clinton's impeachment left scars on Democrats. When a party turns inward, the wounds linger. So when we say this gold card gamble could reshape politics, we're not exaggerating. If Trump doubles down, the GOP risks losing its most powerful unifying issue. If he backs off, he looks weak, indecisive, and opportunistic. Either way, Republicans lose. And here's why this matters far beyond one party. Immigration isn't just a Republican talking point. It's a national flashpoint. How America handles this debate will ripple into global markets, foreign policy, and the very idea of what U.S. citizenship means. Selling access? That's not a tweak. That's a precedent. So what happens next? Let's game out the possibilities.
Scenario 1. Civil war erupts. Hardliners refuse to back down. Trump digs in. The gold card becomes a symbol of betrayal, splitting the GOP into two camps, the Trump loyalists and the ideological purists. Primaries turn brutal. State leaders break ranks. By 2026, Republicans face an electoral bloodbath, not because of Democrats, but because of themselves. Scenario 2. Trump doubles down. Trump senses weakness and pushes harder. He frames the gold card as a business genius move, mocking critics as fake patriots. His loyal base swallows the spin. Democrats, however, weaponize the issue. Ads roll out. Trump promised a wall, sold a pass. Suburban voters turn. Independents recoil. The midterms tilt blue. Scenario 3. Courts intervene. Legal challenges swarm. Judges freeze the program. Trump rages about activist courts, but the damage is done. He looks reckless. Immigration becomes a legal circus instead of a campaign weapon. Republicans lose control of the narrative. Democrats seize it, and chaos reigns. Each scenario carries enormous risk. Not one of them ends cleanly. And that's the point. This gold card isn't just a policy proposal. It's a live grenade. Whether Trump throws it, drops it, or tries to hide it, someone gets blown up. And here's the wild card. Donors. If Republican mega funders shift, the party fractures overnight. If they stay loyal, Trump weathers the storm. That financial question may decide more than the policy itself. Bottom line, the Republican Party is staring at a no-win dilemma. Stick with Trump, and they alienate the base. Break with Trump, and they risk political suicide. That's not strategy. That's a trap. So here's where we are. The man who built his brand on hardline immigration has now turned it into a pay-to-play scheme. His base feels betrayed. His party is in turmoil. And America? America is left wondering whether its citizenship is just another commodity on the global market. But let me leave you with this. If Trump's gold card gamble fractures his own base, we're not just talking about a failed policy. We're talking about a political earthquake that could reshape the GOP and maybe even end Trumpism as we know it.
What do you think? Is this pragmatism or the ultimate betrayal? Drop your thoughts below because this story is only just beginning. Like, share, and subscribe because trust me, the next chapter in this Republican Civil War is going to be even messier.